Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deborah. If you are new here, hello. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my content. Do not leave without subscribing, join the family. Okay, so today we'll be talking about why you should pay yourself as a business owner. I know you can feel like, oh, I run my business on my own, so I'm the CEO. When I need money, I go to my business to just touch the money, blah blah blah. No, you should pay yourself. And why should you pay yourself? Like, for everything, I think there should be a why. I believe you should pay yourself because your business is like a baby. If you starve your baby and you refuse to give your baby food, your baby would die. And if you sit your baby down and you overfeed your baby with too much food, your baby will also die. So there should be a balance in you putting too much money in your business or removing too much money from your business. I hope you understand the analogy. It is important to pay yourself so that you can strike a balance in your business, so you don't starve your baby to death or you do not overfeed your baby to death. Now, so for instance, let's say you make sales of 1 million naira per month in your business, and because you are making sales of 1 million naira, you went ahead to borrow money from bank, 20 million naira, and you stocked too much of goods. Without no structure on ground to help you sell better, without no extra marketing strategy, in that way you have overfed your baby. And you will be frustrated if your goods are not moving because your bank is waiting to collect their money, even with interest. That is a way of overfeeding your baby. You are putting too much into your business at the wrong time. Then if you decide as a CEO, today you want to remove 5 million naira from your business and all of your capital is actually 7 million naira. This way you will starve your baby to death and that baby would die. I hope I am making sense. Yeah. Another reason why I choose to pay myself as a business owner is because it serves as a form of motivation for me. If I set a target to hit a target in my business this month and I could not meet that target, that means there's a decrease in pay for me because I pay myself based on percentage. Then in a case when I set a target for my business and I surpass my target with extra miles, that means it is flexing time because I am going to earn more. So it serves as a form of motivation for me. You do well, you get paid. You don't do well, you sleep at home. Yeah, it gives me more joy because I know the more I work hard, there's a reward for my work. I'm not just working, I'm working with a reward. Okay. Now, the first factor you would have to consider before paying yourself as a business owner is you have to consider your business stage. What stage of business are you? If you are just starting out, as I said, your business is a baby. If you are just starting out and your capital is very small, you have to keep putting more into the business so that your baby can grow. I'm using the baby instance because I feel a lot of people can relate with a baby. Okay. Now, for the start of your business, it is expected that you pay yourself a lower percentage. When I first started my business then, I think I was paying myself about 20% of the profit I was making at the end of the month. But this is because I started my business with a very low capital and the capital was not just enough for me, and I felt the best thing I could do was to keep pushing in more money. Then I practice what we call delay gratification. Now, so I think if you are starting a business, it is good you have a 9 to 5 or something else that is bringing in cash for you. So that's in business. You want to buy a car, you want to rent an apartment, you want to take care of your children, you want to take care of your parents, you want to buy a house of 100 million naira in Lekki. Oh God, you are gonna starve your baby because even that money is not enough for your baby. In this context, your baby is your business. Do you understand? So I advise that if you're starting a business, have something else that is bringing you money. Don't just start a business with a little capital, a negligible capital for a small business owner, and from that same money, you still want to do all the great things in life. So for the first, say, 2 years of your business, it is your responsibility to make sure you are feeding your baby well with as much capital as you can get. And I am not talking about capital that you have to loan, borrow money from someone. No. So the more you make, the more you put into your business. Considering your business stage is vital and important. At the early stage of your business, it is advisable you pay yourself a low percent. It could be 10%, it could be 20%, it could be 30%. This factor is dependent on how much are you starting your business with, how much profit are you making at the end of the month. For me, when I started, I was paying myself around 20%. Okay. Now, when you realize that your business is growing, like you are now matching up with the big boys, like you are bam bam me. Hey, bam bam me. it looks like things are gelling for you. To my gel, you know, sempe. So when you get to the stage where you see that, okay, I am making more money, I am getting more revenue, what next? You increase your percent. Right now at the stage of my business, I pay myself about 50 to 60% of any profit I make. And I'm not talking about revenue. Now, before you pay yourself, you have to understand that you are paying yourself from the profits you make at the end of the month, and not from the capital of your business. Now, let's assume you make a sales of 500,000 naira. You won't do the 50% of 500,000 naira, which is your sales volume. Sales is different from profits. Okay, which is your sales volume. No, you would. I think if you are watching this, you need to watch my video on pricing. I'll link it at the end of this video so you can watch how to price your products right. So when you get how to price your products right, and you are using a right pricing, that will give you a better advantage to profit. After you've calculated how much your profit is at the end of the month, from that 500,000, your profit could be 150,000. You would now pay yourself from this 150. Okay, you are not paying yourself from 500,000 naira. Then, if your business is at a stage where you are paying yourself 50%, then you now do the 50% of the 150,000. That means your salary for that month is 75,000 naira. So it is important you know you are paying yourself from your profit and not from your total sales. If you pay yourself from your total sales, before you know it, your people will say one kogba wole, you not kogba wole lagbara Ọlọ́run. Amen. No. So that means the business stops functioning. Like we have to close shop and close down. So our business would keep thriving in Jesus' name, and we have to do our best to make sure that we are on the right path and put it in the right measure. The next point I would love to tackle is comparison. As a business owner, I realize a lot of people compare their business with another person's business. Now, because I say I pay myself 50 to 60%, some months I do 60%. Like this year I've been doing 60%. All through last year I was doing 50%. Okay, because I see that my business is getting there. Like, okay. And there was a month last month that I did not pay myself any dime. All the money I made that month, I pushed it back into my business because I felt I needed to do it this month because of some reasons. Okay, now comparison is the thief of what? My audience is the thief of joy. Okay, now do not compare your business. Don't say because I said I pay myself 60%, you now want to be paying yourself 60%. I've been running my business for quite a while. I've mastered my marketing strategies. I know what works for me. I have different sales channels I sell. And because I feel that, okay, this year I can do it, I decided to do it. So for the first 3 years of your business, do not pay yourself up to 50%. If you are still in your year 1 or your year 2, I'd advise you pay yourself between 20 to 40%. Now, do not compare your business with someone else's business. Business is not about copy and paste. That's one thing I want business owner to know. Don't say, oh, because Madam A is doing this in her business, I will lift it and apply it to my business and work it out. No, because number one, your business field is different. For some business, if they make 500,000 in sales, their profit is 300,000. Some business have crazy profit, very crazy, like very, very crazy. And for some other business, if they have 500,000 in sales for the month, their profit could be as low as 90,000 naira. So if you're not trying to compare what the first person is doing with your business, it may not work for you, because business is all about calculations. You have to get your maths right. So if you're not getting your numbers right, there would be a problem. Okay, so do not compare your business with anyone's business. You consider your business overhead cost. Now, say I am paying myself 50% and my rent is 500,000 naira per annum. Then you have someone else, let's call Arike. If Arike is paying 3 million naira per annum in her store, and I am paying 500,000 naira per annum in my store, assuming we earn the same amount of money per month in profit, we cannot pay ourselves the same amount because she has to save a particular percentage for her rent. And my own rent is more cheaper. So if I am allocating 5% for rent every month, she may be allocating 20% for rent every month. And if we are making the same sales volume at the end of every month, I can afford to pay myself more money than how much she can afford to pay herself because of the situation on ground, you have to consider overhead costs like rent before you pay yourself. So there are things to factor into your products before you price them, like overhead costs, like NEPA bill and all that. But rent is something you have to consider before you pay yourself, because if you are using a physical location, I would advise that you take a particular percentage of your profits and keep in an account, so that you would not be running kitty and kata when it is time to pay your house rent or to pay your store rent. Okay, an important point why you should pay yourself is because you have to set aside reinvestment. How much should you invest back into your business? At the early stage of your business, you may need to reinvest 60% back. You may need to reinvest 70% back. That is why you cannot afford to pay yourself too much money. So you have to reinvest. Let's assume your sales volume is 500,000 per month, and after making the 500,000 per month, your profit is 150,000 naira per month. Then you take all the 150, you go and spend it yala yolo. You are left with 350,000. There's no way you can grow. I usually advise business owner, from my own experience, when you make a sales of 100,000 naira this month, next month you have to set a higher target. So how do you set a higher target when you do not have physical goods that can help you sell up to that amount? Now you have a good of 100,000 on ground. How can you say you want to sell 300,000 naira that month? You do not even have the products available to meet up with your target. Do you understand? So reinvesting back into your business would help you to increase your targets, so that you won't be stagnant and so that your business can grow. And you have to set this aside in your profits. You have to reinvest back into your business. Okay, part of the other percentage you have left, you still have to save for raining days. You have to save for the fact that anything can happen in your business that needs an emergency. So the percentage left from your business, part of what you have to do with it is save for raining days. I remember during COVID period, I import from China to Nigeria. Then I was selling bags and shoes, and I had made orders. So immediately I order, I start saving the money to clear my goods. Then I put it in a separate account. I will calculate it and put it in a separate account. By the time my goods would get to Nigeria from China, so the clearing fee was almost double the price I had saved. Like maybe we were clearing for I think $4.5 package at the time. So by the time the COVID thing happened, it jumped to I think around $6.5 per kg. We were clearing for $4 per kg, then it jumped to $6.5 per kg. And when the shipping company sent me the bill, I was like, oh God, who have I offended? But thank God for saving for raining days. Like if a situation like that happens to you, if you have a particular amount you've saved for raining days, you just go there, dip your hands there, and you add it to the cost. Then you undo whatever the situation is. So it is important to save for raining days. Anything can just happen beyond you, and you have to attend to it, because at that point I could not leave my goods for the warehouse because they have a demurrage charge. If you do not pick your goods up for a particular time frame, I think it was 10 days for the shipping company I used, they would charging you 200 naira per day or 100 naira per day. So the more your goods stay with them, the more extra fee you have to pay for demurrage. So it was something I needed to solve, and some of those products I had sold some of them even before they came, and the customers were waiting to collect their product. So it is important to save for raining days. Issues will happen and all that. Now, after doing your calculation as a business owner, at the beginning, at the first 2 years, please pay yourself 20 to 30%. And I have stated the reasons in this video. This would help your business to grow. So when you see you are making more money, you are expanding, the ministry is expanding, you can increase your pay because you deserve the best. You cannot be CEO and you are not looking shan. You get it. So you have to increase your pay with time. When you see that when your business is growing, it's always evidence for you to see. Another factor you have to consider is staffing. How many people are working with you? So you have to also consider that while paying yourself. If 4 people are working with you, you have to factor that into the profits and you find a way to share it. Business is about getting your numbers right, and the numbers that is working for my business may actually not work for your business. So it is up to you to sit down and decide what numbers should I use. How should I live out? Also very important to have a separate account for your business. Even if you don't have a business account yet, you can dedicate one of your accounts, your personal account for your business, that all of my business money goes into this account. Now for me, I have a card, I have a separate card that I use in buying my needs. That is the card I fund and I send my money to. So immediately I spend the money on that card, finish for that month, that means that is all. Do you understand? So do not mix your business money with your personal money. Have a separate account for your business. This way you'll be able to track record. You can get a statement of your account and track what are you spending your money on, what are you buying, and all that. So having a separate account would give your business more clarity. All the money that is coming into this account is from my business. Then you pay yourself from that account to the account that is your personal account. Okay, do not go without subscribing. Also click the like button so YouTube can show me how to more people that needs to see my content. And I am going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.